How you doing? I'm Captain Nate Chanot with Bay County Outdoors. And you know, there's just something that I really enjoy about fishing this time of the year. It's the middle of April, water and air temperatures are heating up quick. We've got massive schools of bait fish that are pouring into the bays just about on a daily basis. You know, you have more and more schools of bait fish that are pouring in the bay. And behind these bait fish are schools of Spanish mackerel. We've had schools of 20-pound plus jacks. We've had redfish schools have moved in by, literally by the hundreds. The redfish are just pouring in all over the place. East Bay, West Bay. You get them on deep ledges, you know, in these little holes, and then we've got them up on the flats. We've got them, they're all over the place. Speckled trout are coming out of the bayous. There's still some places where they're in the bayous a little deeper, but a lot of those fish are in the mouths of them right now, staging up on the grass flats just on the outside. But within a couple more weeks, when this water temperature gets up 73, 74, those fish are going to be all over the flats. Pompano has been a great buy. Lots of pompano on the beaches. People are limited out in the surf. There's also something that's really underutilized when it comes to pompano fishing is fishing for them in deep holes in the bay. You know, you can catch them on the beach, but if you don't have a bunch of poles out at one time when a school of pompano comes by, you're probably only going to catch one or two of them before those fish continue on down the beach. Whereas in the bay, when you catch them on deep ledges, especially when you've got currents involved, these fish will kind of hole up in these little deep areas for a little while, and you can sit there and just one after another, you can catch those fish in rapid succession. And that's, like I said, that's something that a lot of people don't really target them that way. Most people are going to target them with like dead shrimp or small pompano jigs, maybe some sand fleas out in the surf.
Crown jewel of springtime here. I mean, you can cook pompano. Jeez, fry it. You can put it whole on the grill. I mean,
There's another one. There's another one. We hit the pompano now. You know, a great way to cook these is on some cast iron, and you get some of was it Stand Stuff from How Tackle?
Stand Stuff. Yep.
Stand Stuff, man. It's really amazing when it comes right down to some seasoning to put on fish. Oh, it's a good one right here.
How Tackle will help you catch them and cook them.
That's right. You can get a full line of fishing tackle there. You can get pompano jigs, cobia jigs, custom made.
Shrimp.
You can get live shrimp. I think the other day I was in there, they had live eels.
Live shrimp, cooked shrimp, frozen shrimp.
That's right. How Tackle for all your fishing needs. There we go. That's a good one there.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude. Toad. I don't know. It's a good fish.
Yeah. Bam.
That's a good size pompano there.
Yep.
Huh?
There.
I wonder if they like shrimp.
Oh, we got the trolling googs.
Nice pompano.
A lot of people like hooking them in the horn, but I hook them right back here in that last section because they cast nice and straight and a lot farther. And a redfish, when he eats this thing, he's eating the whole thing anyway. It ain't gonna matter where it's hooked.
So everybody has their own preference with you know, hook size and leader material and leader weight. I like to try to use as light of a leader as I can get away with. It's just, I think you get more bites. You know, we're fishing for different fish here, pompano, and redfish. I broke one off. That's one of the downfalls of going light with your leader. But I just find that we get a lot more bites, whether we're snapper fishing, red fishing, trout. I try to push the limit a little bit with my leader size. So right now I'm using, this is only 12 pound fluorocarbon by Sunline. It's a Japanese fluorocarbon. And I'll try this for a little while longer, and if it gets, you know, if I keep breaking off fish, then I'll move up. But I like to try to stay with as light a leader as I can. And that's really a byproduct of me, you know, mostly flats fishing down in central and southern Florida. Those fish won't tolerate a thick leader. They seem to be a little more aggressive up here and a little more leader tolerant. I don't know, Nathan,
Well, it's, you
find the
know,
same
I think the type of bite that we're on right now, we're fishing in, you know, anywhere from 20 up to about, you know, 12 feet of water or so. We're fishing right up on a ledge where it runs up onto the flat. And a lot of times when these fish are in deeper water and they're down towards the bottom some, they're not going to be quite as leader shy as they are if, say, they're actually up on top of the flat in 1 to 2 feet of water, especially when the water's clear like it is right now. But that's one of the things to think about. If you're fishing in a little deeper water, if the water's got a little more color to it, then you can use a little larger leader, and it's not really going to, you know, per se, like, you know, have any less strikes because of it. But definitely if you're fishing, you know, you can see back behind us on this bleach white sand on this flat back here, if you were to get on top of that and try to sight cast one of these fish, you definitely don't want to use more than about 10-pound fluorocarbon. Otherwise, you know, the second it hits the water, they're just not going to be interested. So that's something to think about. You know, consider the water depth, and you can adjust your tackle accordingly.
But the interesting thing is, and we see it especially during snapper season here, a lot of the recreational anglers, I mean, they over-leader these fish by an incredible amount. You can see it when you're catching snapper out there that have been hooked. I mean, they have 80, 100-pound test leaders coming out.
Yeah. And, you know, and a lot of that comes from the fact that, you know, a lot of the recreational anglers don't get a chance to go out there that often. So when they hook a fish, like, they don't want to lose it, and that's, you know, right, due to a break off, and that's why they go out of their way to use tackle that's a lot of times a little too heavy.
But the cheapest part of this whole experience is your fishing line. We got a boat, we got gas, we got rods, we got reels, and please change your fishing line. Buy a bunch of different weights of leader, have them available, and there you go. Nathan's on.
Yep. Oh, it's shining like a pompano. There's gotta be pompano. Come on, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Pompano. Let me get right here on you, Jen. Come on, buddy. These are such a cool fish to catch. You know, they may not be a big fish, but they fight with everything that they have, and they are awesome to eat. Come on, chill out, buddy. Let me just hold you up there for a second. I know you don't like it. Awesome little fish. Nothing special about the way we're catching them today, just all you really need is just a hook and some shrimp. Now, part of the key about why we're catching fish, I don't know if you can see this gentleman in the background, but he's sitting right on top of the ledge where these fish like to run up and down. And he's been sitting there since before we got here. And we pulled up, we've been here maybe 45 minutes. And for the last 45 minutes straight, we've been catching fish nonstop because we're actually anchored up away from the ledge, casting back towards it. Versus, you know, he's sitting right on top of where the fish want to be and he's not catching anything. So positioning of your boat is one of the real key parts to making sure that your outing is successful. You know, if you're 40 feet off from being hooked up in the right spot, you may never get a shot at these fish. These fish may run right up to your boat and then turn around and leave, and you never even have a chance to get a bait in front of them. So you always want to be as far away from where the fish are going to be as you can make a full cast to. There we go, got on that time. It's another one.
Thanks, Mom.
Jewing them.
Or maybe right here.
Talk about the limit.
All right. So there again, we got, you know, you can tell one thing about these fish that's cool is they come in waves. You know, they'll come in schools anywhere from, you know, 10 to, you know, hundreds of fish. And, you know, whenever these fish started biting, you know, we caught a couple of redfish first, I think, and then a black drum, and then we started catching pompano, and it's been pompano ever since. So there's probably a big school of them right now. So as long as we can keep a bait in the water, you know, we should be able to keep the school close as long as one of us continues to catch them. You can keep 7 of these a day. And it's I do believe it's 12 inches to the fork is your legal size. And this is by far in the bay the best eating fish that there is. There is not a better eating fish to put on a fire. I got him. Yeah. You know what it is too. Yep. Switch. Another good one here. Feels like anyway.
Cheryl, you sure you don't want to catch one?
Yeah.
The bucket list. Florida Pompano. Perfect eating size. Hooked right in the corner of the mouth. That's where it's supposed to be. Chill out, man. You can see that number 4 Kale hook, it grabs a hold of them and does not let go. It's great hooks. Get him.
Feels like a pompano.
Over here letting. Yeah, I think that's pompano-ish.
I think so. Feels like good though.
He's gliding. It ain't doing like a Spanish. Yeah, that's a pompano.
Woo, good one.
Yep.
Thanks, son. It's going back.
Probably the one I just missed.
Got him. Yeah, you're getting that hole, man.
I'm telling you, buddy. That's another one too. We're actually gonna have to count before too long. Oh, that's a pompano. That's a good one. Oh yeah, look at that one. That's a good fish there.
Come on now.
And Jamie wants us to leave and get shrimp. Oh. Such a pretty fish. They really are.
I think we need to get Cheryl catching her first pompano on video.
Super cool little fish. Beautiful. A little bit of yellow on the bottom. You gotta watch out. They've got sharp fins here. These things right here, they'll get you too if you're not careful. We're gonna limit out on them.
See if he'll come help us.
You need to count them.
We have found a wad, Nathan.
I literally cannot put the sandwiches back in the cooler.
Better start eating.
Let me get out of the way. Go ahead. I had to measure that one.
As Nathan was talking about before, a pompano has to be 12 inches to the fork. As you can see right here, this fish is 11 and a half inches to the fork. So he's got to go back. It's really important that you measure these fish. They look a lot bigger, you get excited, but happy to let one go.
You know, we actually had to leave about 10 minutes ago, and we were worried that this school of pompano was going to leave while we were going getting more bait. Here, come on. And so we go over to right across the way over to Panama City Marina, pick up 4 dozen shrimp and come right back. First cast, wasn't even in the water 5 seconds, and we're right back on them. This is a good one too.
We're having one of those days that you just gotta laugh.
Yep. Let's see.
I mean, you just gotta laugh.
Let's check him out.
That'll do it.
Yep, and that fish is 12 1/4, so that's your perfect eating size right there.
Great thing is most people don't even think about coming to a spot like this and catch pompano. Most people go to the pier, they go to the beach, and more people are starting to sight cast them off of the shallows of the beach, but I don't know if I could think of a better way to catch them.
I mean, this is such an underutilized fishery, catching pompano in the bay, you know, and it's like Jamie was saying, when people think about pompano and when people think about specifically targeting pompano, 9 out of 10 of your people are going to be out there on the beaches fishing for these in the surf, using sand fleas and, you know, shrimp on the bottom, things like that. And we're probably, you know, 4 or 5 miles inland right now, probably 3 miles inland, you know, from the coast. So, I mean, we're fishing in a bay. It's deep water. We got a little point flat right here, as you can see in the background, but this is 10 to 12, up to, you know, 15, 20 feet of water that we're catching these fish in. And, you know, they'll get schooled up around structure just like anything else will. You know, if something's sticking up on the bottom down there, fish just like to congregate around it. And so that's what's happening right now. We've got a big school. We've probably caught 15 or 20 of them or so far. We kept a couple nice ones for dinner, and, you know, but like anything else, management is important. So, you know, only keep what you're going to eat and then let the rest of them go for other people to enjoy. They got me. They got me. I felt the and that's what you get back.
Panama City living is simply better without glasses. The Eye Center of North Florida offers the most advanced surgeries, including lifestyle lens implants for cataract patients and custom view blade-free LASIK. Both procedures leave you with clear vision, and in most cases, glasses-free. The Eye Center of North Florida.
9 doctors, 1 vision, yours.
Sunjammers and Hobie Mirage Kayaks set the standard for on-the-water fun. Whether your passion is fishing, sailing, or recreational adventures, Hobie has a kayak for you. Hobie's Mirage Drive mimics nature's proven designs for effective, powerful propulsion to enhance your kayaking experience. Mirage Power, Mirage Performance, Mirage Drive. Hobie, enjoy the ride. Hobie kayaks are available at Sunjammers Water Sports in Panama City Beach.
Hi, this is Rick from Howell Tackle Supply. Come by and see us to get ready for summer fishing. Live bait, rods, reels, and all the tackle you need. Make Howell Tackle Supply the last stop before you get to the water. We have the latest and greatest, plus all the tried and true fishing gear you've always used. From ice to the latest from Guy Harvey, Costa Del Mar. Howell Tackle Supply has just what you need. Open early Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. 3100 West Highway 98, Panama City, Florida. Howell Tackle Supply.
In addition to the redfish, you know, we've got a great pompano bite right now, both in the Gulf and in the bays. In the Gulf, you're going to find them running along the beaches, in the surf. A lot of guys like to sight fish them whenever they're like that. But when they get into the bays, the best thing to do is look for like deep ledges coming off of little point flats around the passes, and especially if you got like a little bit of structure or anything like that that's down there, that'll kind of keep schools of fish in that area. And, you know, today we were out there fishing and we caught black drum, we caught redfish, we caught speckled trout, we caught, I mean, tons and tons of pompano, you know, but in the same places, you know, that tomorrow you might be able to go out there and catch mangrove snapper, you might be able to go out there and catch sheep's head, you know, so those deep holes on the backside of points and ledges, those are great places to catch a variety of fish. I think we also ran into some Spanish mackerel and ladyfish, which are a great introductory species of fish for youths that come out there and maybe don't have the patience or don't understand, you know, how to catch, you know, redfish or say, you know, a particular targeted species. But I mean, ladyfish, they're pretty much willing to eat all day long. Spanish will eat all day long. Jacks are in the bay and they'll pretty much eat all day long. So those are some great fish to introduce people to the sport with. Pompano.
Yeah, messed up big time.
Yep, I got
Let me get my
you.
line in, Nathan.
I'm over you. That's a good one too. He feels like a heavy fish.
This boat's comfortable for all of us.
Oh, it's my favorite. Almost my favorite. My favorite to eat.
Uncle Jerry.
These fish right here are so streamlined, and they are built just about perfectly for speed in the bays. You can see right there, he's still got the shrimp hanging out his mouth. But you know, you definitely want to watch out for these fins here, and these down on the bottom. They're nice and sharp, but if you look at their body, I mean, they're so lean looking down from the center of them that they are just ultra fast. When they turn on you, they use that wide body against you.
They start to pinwheel.
Yep. And then they're almost like a plane. You know, you have him out, you're trying to pull on him, and he's just using his body planing against you. And it's just, I mean, they fight like they're twice as big of a fish as they actually are. They really are an amazing species. And tasty. That is their downfall. That is their demise, is that they taste too good. Yep, another pompano. There's a whole wad of something up there on the surface. You see that?
Yeah.
Man, it's a good fish here. Yeah, there's a big wake over there. Man, this is a pompano. This is a real one here, buddy. That might be a redfish or something. Hold on, let me come over here. Oh, that's a big pompano. There we go. Come on, buddy. Yep, gotcha.
That's a good one.
Another pretty fish. That one will make it.
Yeah. Another pompano, Nathan.
They are so thick. So much for Justin's 7 in an hour. I think we done blasted that.
I think we passed that, Nathan.
Oh, yeah.
Man, this fish is fat.
Yep. Now, this is such a easy type of fishing to rig up for too. You know, I've got a 7.5 foot medium light action rod. This is a 4,000 Stratic, which is actually a little overkill for these, but we had planned on catching redfish. You know, 10-pound braid. I've got a little heavier leader on. I got a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, but in this deep water, you know, it doesn't really bother them too much.
And we still plan on catching redfish.
And we still plan on catching redfish if we
go.
could get the pompano
Armada's coming in now.
to leave us alone.
Look at this.
You know, still, you know, it's just hard not to think that's a beautiful fish right there.
Well, thanks for watching Bay County Outdoors today. We have had a fantastic trip. Nathan and I usually do, but this is our first trip of the year, first show of the season. And if you want to book a trip, you want to have fun in Bay County, you want to go out in the bay and catch fish like this, make sure to log on to baycountyoutdoors.com or go to info@baycountyoutdoors.com and we'll help you set up a trip with Nathan.
City Marina and St. Andrews Marina are your one-stop shop for anything that you need on the water. You can come in and get ethanol-free Valtech fuel, live and frozen bait, ice, snacks, and your favorite beverages are just a few reasons we're a Bay County boater's favorite on-the-water store. Tired of the stress of a boat ramp? Whether it's covered, uncovered, or on a lift, we've got slips to fit your needs. Stop in our store at 1 Harrison Avenue in Panama City or call 872-7272.
The Captain Anderson makes fishing a breeze. There's a galley on board and your comfortable trip is all-inclusive. Rod, reel, tackle, bait, and your fishing license. The traditional all-day trip from 7 to 5 p.m. Come aboard the Captain Anderson for a relaxing day of bottom fishing. There's plenty of room, so bring the whole family. It's a whopping big adventure, and that's no fishtail. The Captain Anderson is located at Captain Anderson's Marina, where the fish are always biting and the kids are always smiling. Please call for cruise schedules.
Come make a memory at Sugar Sands in Panama City Beach. Experience the world's most beautiful beaches and emerald green waters. The family atmosphere and local unique attractions is a perfect place to create lasting memories. Peruse some of the best shopping the Panhandle has to offer. Please your palate with the tastiest seafood along the coast and dive into events that will keep the whole family smiling. Panama City Beach offers some of the best surf fishing in the area, and right outside your room door, the west end of the beach offers some of the best fishing Florida has to enjoy. And just a short drive away is famous 30A with shopping and fine dining experiences of their own. Or just enjoy the day without even leaving the inn. Lounge in our heated swimming pool, enjoy the view of the Gulf from our accommodations overlooking the beach, cook a meal using a kitchenette right inside your room, or utilize our Florida room for family get-togethers. For more information on rooms and availability, go to sugarsands.com.
Hey Bay County Outdoors, it's that time of the year again for the Mexico Beach Marina Lean Ding Tournament. The tournament will be April 17th through the 19th, the 24th through the 26th, and then finishing up May the 1st through the 3rd. Even if you're not fishing the tournament, be sure to come watch the weigh-in between 3 to 5 at Mexico Beach Marina. There'll be some great giveaways, including Yeti coolers and cash prizes. So for more information, go to mexicobeachmarina.com and click on tournaments.
Hey, I'm Captain Justin Leake with your Bay County Outdoors Fishing Report. With the water temperatures approaching 70 degrees, you want to have a variety of lures rigged and ready to go if you get out here on the beach. Now, if you want to get out here early in the morning and hit some of the deep pockets right along the beach, you want to have a pompano jig. I love a pink and white pompano jig, and you can sight fish them once the sun gets up, or you can hit the deep pockets right at daylight and catch schooling pompano on a pompano jig. Now, since you're out here on the beach, you always want to have a few rods rigged and ready. First off, most people know you don't ever leave the house in April without a cobia jig tied up, ready to go. 40, 50-pound fluorocarbon leader, and you're all set in case the man in the brown suit shows up. Another thing, you want to have some fun, keep you a topwater plug rigged and ready. Big school of Jack Crevalles on the beach. You want to have them there ready to go when they show up. And lastly, sometimes you'll find schools of big bull redfish. Any soft plastic pretty much will catch them, but you want to have one rigged in case you find a big school of bull reds on the beach. It's a beautiful time of year to get out here on the beach. The water temperature is about 70 degrees now, and we can catch pompanos, jacks, redfish, cobias, you name it, king mackerel, Spanish mackerel. A lot of action out here along the beach. The bait is here, so get out here on the beach, see what you find. For your latest fishing reports, go to BayCountyOutdoors.com, and don't forget to like us on Facebook.